Alright everyone, I hope you're ready for some awesome music and incredible boss fights, because it's time for an all chapters Snowgrave glitchless run of Deltarune with runner JadesEvolution. Good luck!
Hello, it is I, Astra, and I'm here to be running all chapters Snowgrave Glitchless. And before we get this run started, I just want to talk about my setup for a second. So, we're going to be getting an item coming up called the Wrist Protector, and that's going to be an auto masher. And I'm going to be using this to hold down a key I have to map to control. It's got a box of cards in my old Elgato, so that'll hold down control. And then coming up for like the last fight, I also have my pill cutter and a box of lipstick, so that I can hold down a key later. But yeah, so that's to explain how I'm holding down keys that I shouldn't be holding down while running. All right. With that explaining out of the way, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So first things first, I'm gonna be holding down the shift key in this little opening portion, where I'm just gonna be mashing Z and enter so that I can get through this text. For some reason, if you hold X or shift, it makes it so you can speed up the text, and that's really helpful. And we're just gonna keep going, keep mashing. So I'm gonna be playing in English. Normally Japanese is the fastest version, but I just want to, if I can, there we go. All right. Normally you just name it one character, but I thought for the sake of this marathon and in honor of Kid, we would use their name for the character. Except it doesn't really matter because you can't choose who you are in this world. And so we're just gonna become Chris. And so we're supposed to go to school, but you know, whatever. We're just gonna sleep. Go to bed. Who needs sleep? Oh, hey, we're in the Dark World now. So we just skipped like 4 minutes of the game doing that. Thank you, Toby. And so now we have an item equipped now called the Wrist Protector. So whenever the control key is held, text will automatically mash through at 15 text boxes per second. You can actually max out at 30 text boxes per second. So we will be doing a bit of extra mashing on top of it to speed it up a little bit. But otherwise, we're just not gonna have to worry about mashing that much. And then also, as you can see, I'm holding down the run button, and Chris has different running speeds. So there's like walking, there's the startup, and then there's the full speed running. And so we want to stay at that full speed running for as long as possible. If you like nick a corner or whatever, you have to rebuild speed entirely on your own, and it can lose a little bit of time every time, so we don't want to deal with that. I should mention that I am playing on the Chapter 1+2 demo version, otherwise known as Demo. Normal Chapter 1 runs would be done on the Survey Program version, which is the original version, and it runs slightly differently with encounters and stuff. So this is ultimately the harder version to run on, but because we're going to be doing all chapters, I'm going to be playing on Demo. So here it's a pretty auto-scrollery thingamajig, where we have some spades here and Lancer and all that jazz. Luckily it's not too long. But yeah, now we wake up at the bottom of this cliff, and we're going to go see Ralze. Now we're supposed to hear this whole cutscene or whatever regarding the 3 heroes and getting rid of the fountain and all that jazz, but I do not care. We're just gonna hold right so that we are automatically shown to the right choicer, and then we just have to mash. Z and enter, and it immediately sets us to not have to deal with that cutscene. And then coming up is our first instance of combat. I want to get 3 crits here. I already missed the crits. So you can get a 3-turn fight here if you get 3 crits in a row. I did not get that. I got a crit this time. So, ooh, very nice RNG. So I want Susie to get hit here a little bit because for a fight later, I want her to be downed. And that'll just save some time for later. Also, yes, very, very solid music. I love Rude Buster. So now we're gonna get Ralze to join our party, and Susie's just gonna be like, I don't want to join you. I just want to do my own thing. I want to get out of here. So now the intro's over. The kid gloves are off. We are now starting with one of the more reset heavy points of the run. And that is the Field of Hopes and Dreams. There's going to be 4 specific encounter skips that we want to get, and it's very, very tough. 2 of them specifically. First one is pretty easy. Third one's a little bit difficult, and then 2 and 4 are very difficult. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get this one. I'm lined up well. Okay, and I got it. Very nice. All right, and then time for Rudin 3. Very nice. So we got 2 out of 4 skips, and this is fine. We don't want to miss any encounter skips here because Ralze is really weak. Whereas for Rudin 4, we'll have Susie in the party. So that'll help. And then here I'm going to get hit in the middle of this. So that so I don't have to deal with some text. And then you're going to see I'm like going up against these attacks. And that's called grazing. So when you're grazing, there'll be a little like hitbox around you that appears. And you'll see my TP go up a bunch. That's useful because we can gain TP, but also because the more you graze, the faster an encounter goes, or an attack goes. And so we want to be grazing as much as possible throughout the run, or else we just lose little bits of time here and there. But otherwise, it's pretty simple.
I'm sorry, I'm just reading the text box. Susie follows at a distance so no one knows you're associated. This game is awesome.
It is. It is one of the reasons I'm playing in English. Can I please? Alright, and then we don't have to worry about K around here. So I should also mention that in like the any percent version of Chapter 1, we don't really have to worry about, sparing or whatever, just because there is a true pacifist ending to it, but it's way slower. And like basically has no differences. Otherwise, the ending's exactly the same, just like a minor aspect after the king fight. Alright, so this is Jigsaw. We want to make sure we attack twice and then let Susie get the last part of the kill, or spare. And that's just because we don't want to deal with the little attack patterns here. And then mini puzzle here before we get to the Rudin 4 skip. Rudin 4 skip is probably one of the hardest skips on current patch. Hardest one is Head Hathy skip, but I don't go for Head Hathy skip, so we don't have to worry about that one. Very nice, and I got the Rudin 4 skip, so I got all the encounter skips in Field of Hopes and Dreams. That's really good. That's actually really fantastic. But that's not all, though. We have to get another encounter skip here. This is Pawnman skip. Okay, we got Pawnman 1. And now we just gotta not mess up on checkerboard on these, like, fading tiles. It sucks if you accidentally warp on them because then you're off cycle, and just don't ask how I know that. Definitely didn't get an all chapters PB with that. Nope, not at all. Anyways. Another little tile section here. This one's actually pretty easy because there's a little gap down there. And then this is Pondman 2, a little bit easier than Pondman 1 because there's a little bit more room for error because of how far back the Pondmen spawn. And then yeah, coming up is K round. K round is where we want Susie to be attacked. And that's because Susie is going to keep attacking, and that loses time each time she attacks. And so what we want is for her to be downed so that she doesn't attack at all, and then we skip the almond milk attack as well. So we're gonna do deep bow here. Yes, that's really good. That's really good RNG right there. So now that Susie's down, look at that, just instantly into an attack. And then we can just dodge here. So I mentioned grazing earlier. For different encounters, grazing is better than others. So for this encounter, it's not really too big of a deal. It doesn't save too much time. But for other fights, it can save several seconds. So yeah, now we're finished with checkerboard, and now we're gonna lose Susie, and she's gonna become a bit of an antagonist for the next area. She's gonna be joining Lancer. And then we'll be heading to Forest. Honestly, one of the cooler parts of the run. I'm just gonna do a safety save here. First encounter skip here on the Snow Bunny. And then we're gonna have another Snow Bunny encounter skip soon. Normally it's supposed to jump you.
Dang it.
No, well.
My favorite part.
Well,
it's okay. We gotta go fast.
Hey, look there. You get to see him for a little bit.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah, unfortunately the encounters are a little slow. Let's see if I can get the dang it. You can actually squeeze through those diamonds there, and you don't take a hit. And it's really nice because then I don't have to heal later. But I unfortunately got hit there, so I'm gonna have to do a heal. So we're gonna skip another Bloxer encounter here. Bloxers, so there's 3 different Bloxer encounters that we have to skip. And they progressively get more difficult. So coming up after this Clover fight here, we'll do that. And so this is the one time where the manual's actually useful other than like learning the game. Learning how to play the game. Is, as opposed to, you know, having to do a whole process, we can just show the Clover the manual and they're like, oh, cool, knowledge. And then it just kind of lets you spare them in 2 turns. And cool, we got the double Bloxer skip. And then fun fact, if you mash Z or enter on these little, whatever these are, you can do a little jingle. Fun little thing. And then coming up is the Thrashing Machine. If we were doing main route, this would matter because we would just pick the Flame Head and then that would be useful for the Queen fight. But spoiler alert, we don't need that. So we're just gonna do the default. Do the duck. Aw, I should have done the duck. But anyways, so you donated for it. Coming up is the one, the only, original Starwalker. So we're gonna go back here. And we gotta hit the bell so that the Starwalker here runs away. And it's gonna have a bit of a head start. We wanna catch up to it. You can get some money if you catch up. Nah, we did. Alright. Oh, I have my... Okay. These birds are pissing me off. I'm the original Starwalker. Alright, and there he is. I now gotta put my wrist protector act back on. It's fine. We did it for the people.
I feel so honored to have met the original Starwalker. Not just anyone, the original one. This is special.
Yeah, it is the original Starwalker. Hey, look, another bunny.
4 bunnies? Yes! 3 so far. You know what, chat? I'll donate $5 per bunny. We're up to $15 so far.
Cool, cool. And now coming up is our last Bloxer skip here. We're gonna wait for it to go left a little bit and then go up. That's a little bit tighter on the demo version because enemy encounters spawn, like, notice you a little bit earlier in demo compared to survey program. So that skip we have to wait a little bit longer on. Who's my favorite character? That's a tough one. Probably Noelle or Susie. So we're gonna do a very specific pattern here for this Susie and Lancer fight. So we're basically trying to get Lancer to be like, oh, you guys are really cool, and then give up. So, but Susie's gonna be like, no, don't listen to them. But we can actually just sing, and then that'll put her to sleep, and then we can convince Lancer more easily. And then we can just finish the fight in 5 turns. No. Bam. And we want to X anything because that's faster. And then, yeah, that is the Susie and Lancer fight. And now starts the escape sequence, which is very long. And it's just going to be me sitting here and mashing. So if we have any time for any announcements or donations or whatever, go ahead.
Oh, of course. We have some donations that did come in. We have $50 from Taco Von Dutch, who says, Pokemon, Paper Mario, and the surprise return of Charbunny. What a way to end the weekend. Thanks for that, Taco. We also had $20 come in from Anonymous with no comment, but thank you very much for your generosity. And we have another $20 from Anonymous. This one says, less than 3. Thank you so much for that. And with that, we have raised $11,214.81. A reminder that our goal now is $12,000 to bring Luigi along in Paper Mario. We only have a few runs between now and Paper Mario. They're not super long ones either, and these runners are really good. So it would be great to start making some progress towards that one. We are under $800 away from meeting that incentive.
Yeah, let's do it. I want to see Luigi join the party. He's always just forgotten, left to the sideline. And every
Hey everyone, we know we're having a few technical difficulties. Just please bear with us. We will get those sorted out soon. Chat. I know this is something we struggle with, but we're trying not to panic right now. I promise. Tech is aware, Tech's working on it. Let's see. How do we try to not group panic? I know, let's think about happy things. I would like everyone to post something that makes them happy in chat. That could be a heart, that could be, I don't know, a bunny. If it were me, that'd be a bunny. That could be a flower, that could be a rainbow, that can be, I don't know, whatever your happiest emote is. If you could paste that in chat instead of panicking, let's see if we can maybe help with the whole panic thing. I promise we're almost there.
Alrighty, we're back. We'll just restart this timer in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna get the Iron Shackle here. And we're going to equip that later. But first we're gonna do a little puzzle here with Susie where she's like, I don't know what to do. So we're gonna tell her what to do. And then she's like, don't tell me what to do. And now we just hold left and we hit Z and enter. And if you have any announcements, go on ahead. It's still going.
While we're jailbreaking, I would like to remind everyone why we're here raising money. We are raising money for the Trevor Project. They are the world's largest suicide prevention and crisis intervention organization for LGBTQ young people. The Trevor Project aims to always be there for LGBTQ youth in crisis with a clear message. They should be proud of who they are and that they are not alone. The organization works to save young lives by providing support through free and confidential suicide prevention and crisis intervention programs on platforms where young people spend their time, a 24/7 phone lifeline, chat, text, and soon-to-come integrations with social media platforms. For example, Trevor Chat is a free, confidential, and secure instant messaging service that provides live help for LGBTQ youth by trained volunteers. Visit thetrevorproject.org/help. That is available 24/7, and that website, one more time, is thetrevorproject.org/help. This is what your donations are going towards. They're a fantastic cause. Please keep those donations coming in.
All right, sweet, sweet. And so I did a little bit of grazing there on these first 3 attacks before Lancer just stops attacking entirely. And that can actually make a huge difference in time. So luckily we got 71 TP. That's not the worst. Generally speaking, you want to get like 80 something. But that's fine. Anyways, Susie's like, come on, fight back. I'll literally force past you if you don't let me go. And so, you know, Lancer can't hold it anymore. And then Susie's like, all right, fine. I'm just gonna end you. And then she misses because she's like, nah, you're pretty cool. I don't want you to die. And then a little bit more text, and then we're finally out of, I think it's like, I don't even know how long this split is. I think it's like 3 minutes long of just mashing. Like there's a reason why we have a split between Forest and Card Castle, because it's just cutscenes. But anyways, I'm gonna do a safety heal here. And now we're gonna be coming up into an elevator cutscene here that isn't too long. But Card Castle is going to come to our small little deviations from a regular Chapter 1A% route. First, we're gonna be getting some extra items. And then also, we're just gonna be focusing a little bit more on money stuff. But real quick, we're gonna come up to our last encounter skip that I do. It's the Rudin Ranger skip. It's a little precise. Let's see if I can get it. Once Susie joins your party for real. Go, go, go. So I'm gonna line up at the top of this wall, go back, back, and then get it caught on the wall there. And then we just skip the Rune Ranger fight. And now we're gonna get a fabulous cutscene and puzzle from Rules Card. Yes, it is pronounced Rules. And then such a difficult puzzle. It's so tough. But we got it. And then coming up is Head Happy.
From the complexity. That was wild.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that you can memorize a solution like that.
Yeah, it's really hard. So coming up is Head Happy here. Head Happy, you can skip Head Happy, but it's like super difficult on demo, so I just don't go for it. So this is gonna be a 3-turn because I didn't crit. Yeah, as Ori said, it's like literally frame perfect. So I'd rather just go for Head Happy normally and not worry about the skip. So here's our little deviation here, where I'm gonna be interacting with these spade paintings, and that's gonna spawn a chest down at the bottom. And that's gonna be for a thing called the Revivement, where we're not actually gonna need it as a reviving tool. We're gonna need it to sell for money. So
did we just solve another puzzle?
Yeah, another puzzle. So difficult.
Oh.
So I'm gonna heal again here. And then I'm going to do some shopping, and I'm gonna buy an amber card, and then I'm gonna leave. And I'm gonna buy the main axe to make it so Susie is a bit stronger. Then I'm gonna equip Iron Shackle and Brave Axe. And you're wondering, why did you get an amber card? Like, what's the point of that? You didn't equip it at all. That's gonna be important for way later in chapter 2. But for now, just know that we have it. And then fun thing here, if you hit the crown with Ralze when throwing him, it will do extra damage to the crown, and we can end the turn in 3 turns. Or end the fight in 3 turns. I can speak English, I promise. And nice 3 turn. And so Rules is like, oh no, and then goes away, and hey, look, it's the crown. Then actually, I'm gonna safety save, because King can be really tough. So coming up is the King fight. The King fight is... So we want to get a 10 turn, generally speaking. The 10 turn involves basically getting a bunch of crits and using Red Buster as frequently as possible. And Red Buster costs 60 TP, so we're gonna have to do some very good grazing throughout the fight. So I'm gonna need a bit of focus time here, because some of the grazing is gonna be a little tough. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna talk to get Red Buster, and then I'm gonna have to graze this really well. Nice. Then if you mash, you can crit Red Buster. And then this is the massive TP attack, where if we just like stand next to it, you're gonna see we're getting a ton of TP off of it. Okay, that's fine. Nice crit. I'm just not getting any Susie crits. That's fine though. I think I'm gonna do an extra attack with Ralze since I'm doing really good on TP. Just for safety. Nice crit, okay. So we're gonna have a little bit less TP than we normally would if we defended, but that's fine. Attacking Susie is fine. Okay, I did not get a single Susie crit this fight. And we just need to get our TP built to 60 here. And then, yeah, I needed the other extra Ralze crit. And then that is the King fight, 10 turn. Very nice. That was really good.
GG on that one. That looked intense.
Yeah, it can be really tough, but I pulled it off, though. I had to do an extra attack, so I did lose a little bit of time because doing an extra attack, I'll lose a little bit, but otherwise, that's still better than getting an 11 turn and having to see another fight. So yeah, now we're just going to be mashing for a little bit while we go through this cutscene, so go ahead and do some announcements or donations if you have any.
Awesome. We have some donations I would love to read off. We had $5 coming in from Anonymous, who says $1 for every letter in Luigo's name, which does have the same number of letters as Luigi. So if we want to get a $5 Luigi train going for that incentive, that would be fantastic. We also had $45 from Anonymous, and the comment specifically is no comment. I never know if they want me to read those. But thank you for your generosity. With that, we're at $11,264.81, so we're getting ever closer to that 12K milestone. Please, please, please help us get there. We only have about, I think, an hour left to make that happen before that run starts. Please, please help. Thank you.
All right, and then, oh, hey, look, it's, Rousey looks strangely like another character from another video game. Made by Toby Fox. No correlation, though. Definitely not. Definitely not an anagram of Azrael. Who just so happens to be the brother of Chris. Who's off to college. And comes back in a week. And there are 7 chapters. You know. Just some food for thought. But anyways, we're gonna seal the fountain here. And then finish off chapter 1. Come on. So, and it's gonna be shown, it was all a dream, or was it? Also, I like it how there are chess pieces on the checkerboard. Incredible, you know? Almost as if that's not how chess works. Or maybe it is in, you know, the Undertale / Deltarune universe. So yeah, let's do it again tomorrow. Except, well... tomorrow, more like, you know, in like a minute. So now we're just gonna go through the town. We don't need to explore it. We're just gonna go through. And now we're gonna go over to the left here, and then we're tired, so we're just gonna go to sleep. And then as soon as that happens, we're gonna close the game and reopen it. And now we're gonna select chapter 2. Because as soon as you select sleep, the game will automatically read it as you finishing the chapter, and then we can immediately start the next chapter. And now we're starting chapter 2. And much like chapter 1, there's this like really lengthy starting portion. Or we can just skip that. Thank you, Toby. And now we're in the computer world, the cyber world. That's wild. How did we get here? No, hey, Susie's here. Cool. Now, one neat thing about chapter 2 compared to chapter 1 is I can just take my hands off the keyboard and it mashes as fast as it can. It's 15 text boxes per second, but no matter how fast I mash like this, it won't improve it unless I take off the wrist protector. So, coming up is the Werewire fight. And we want to just graze and get some attacks in. We have to defeat at least one of these so that we can have enough attack power for the final fight here in chapter 2. And I also just want to graze a little bit. And then we're going to use Rude Buster. And then finish off the fight. And then out of habit, I just like keep pressing Z and I'm like, I don't need to do this. I can just hold right. It's a habit you get when you're running chapter 1. But you don't need to do it for chapter 2. So here we are in some of the best music in the game, in my opinion. Cybers, it's a Cybers world, I think is what it's called, with a question mark. Honestly, one of the best songs in the game. I love it a lot. So yeah, someone mentioned in chat, the Snowgrave route. Oh boy. Oh boy, you'll see. You'll see. But anyways, we're just gonna be dodging these little keys here. And a fun fact about these keys. So, A Cyber's World and Pandora Palace are two songs in the game that are banned from being edited for Deltarune speedrunning. So normally you can, like, you know, put any music you want for any song because it doesn't really affect anything and it's allowed, so, you know, whatever. However, for Pandora Palace and A Cyber's World, it has to be the exact same length, like the exact same length, or else the timing's off completely, and it makes stuff like the little keys go at a different speed. So those are the only music files in the game that cannot be edited. Those are banned from being edited.
Good thing the soundtracks are awesome for those then, huh?
Yeah. Chapter 1 has a bit of an issue where you actually can get your VODs claimed, or like your YouTube videos claimed. So that's why a lot of people change their music. Also, shoutouts to Punch-Out, because we're playing Punch-Out now. So I'm basically gonna be doing 3 punches and then a dodge, and that just lines me up perfectly to dodge the attack, while also getting extra hits in. Now I'm gonna see if I can get extra hit. I didn't get it, it's fine. We're gonna break this barrel. Dodge, 1, 2, 3, dodge, 1, 2. Then, of course, we have the best option here. We're gonna choose Bosom, because Bosom is the fastest. And now, we're coming up to one of the most RNG-heavy portions of the run. RNG isn't usually a factor in Deltarune runs, except for here, where we're gonna have to fight the DJs. And the DJs are a little annoying because we want them to attack Chris. So once we go up here, we're going to get hit a bunch, and then we're going to enter the DJ's fight. And that's because we want Chris to get downed, so that Susie's like, hey, wait, why can't we act? And then Rousey's like, I don't know. And then Susie just starts dancing. So hopefully we get Chris to be downed here. But the issue is that when Chris is at low health, and it'll roll 1 and 3 if it's going to hit Susie, Rousey, or Chris. But if Chris is at low health, it will re-roll that again, because it doesn't want Chris to get downed, generally, because they're the main person you act with. So, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna do a safe strat here, where I'm going to double defend, and then I'm going to heal prayer on Susie so that she has as much HP as possible, and then we're just gonna get hit. Yo, second hit, that's really good. All right, cool. Yeah, sometimes you could just lose runs to this because, you know, Chris doesn't want to die. And then there we go. Chris is now just kind of down during the fight. And then we can just sit here. And it's perfect. And then there you go. That is the... Love the emote there. Chris is down. And now we can just go through. And now we're done with this fight. And the DJs are like, oh, you're not our enemy, I guess. You're joining the resistance against the queen. Are we? We'll see, anyway. We'll see. But now we're gonna use the revivement that we got earlier, and we're gonna sell it. so that we have enough money to buy the Mecha Saber and the Auto Axe. And then we're going to equip those later, and then we're just going to heal just so we don't die. Ugh. Okay, we're good. That was a little scary. I'm not gonna go for the fast smorgasbord skip. I could have gone for it, but that's super risky, and that fight's super long. But that's fine. All right, and then coming up is the Falco fight, where yes, we're gonna be fighting Falco Lombardi, famous Star Fox character. I mean Birdly. And we're gonna basically be equipping as much weaponry as possible to go for something called a 3-turn. And it's going to require 4 out of 6 hits or 5 out of 6 hits. If I hit all of the Susie crits, then I will only need 4 out of 6 crits. If I do miss a Susie crit, then I'm gonna have to hit 5 out of 6 crits. So let's see what I can get here. 3-turn is really tough. 4-turn is pretty standard. And pretty safe. We only need 2 crits for that. But yeah, look at that. He literally looks like Falco. It's literally Falco. Okay, well, there goes that. Alright, so I'm just gonna go for the 4-turn strat. So we just need 1 more crit. Alright, there we go. Then next turn, I'm going to attack, use Rude Buster, and then attack again. Whoops. Yeah, the R action is now where Rude Buster used to be. So now we're gonna actually have to deal with that. And don't die, Rousey. Whoops, defend, then we're gonna pacify, and then end the fight like that. And then Birdly's just gone. Bye, Birdly.
We just exploded Falco? Dang.
Yep, he's gone.
Harsh.
Yep. So, remember how I bought that Amber card earlier and I said, don't worry about it? This is where it's going to come into play. So, one of the things about this game and Susie's character is that you can't unequip stuff from her unless you give her something else. And so, if we don't have a replacement armor, then we can't get the Iron Shackle off her. So that's why we bought the Amber card, because we're going to swap the Iron Shackle for the Amber card so that we can get the Iron Shackle and equip it to Chris. And that's going to be helpful for the rest of the run, because we're going to be doing a lot of combat with Chris. Well, I don't know why it's in the slot too, but whatever. Okay. Oh, wait, no, I know why. But yeah, now we have Iron Shackle on Chris, and then Amber card just on Susie, so we don't have to worry about it. So now, you were wondering about the Snowgrave route. I'll explain in just a second. Oh boy. Oh boy. But first, cars. Am I gonna get screwed by cars? Ah! What are these car patterns? I never, ever get a good car pattern there. I swear, always I get a shoddy pattern like that. All right, so during this cutscene, let's talk about Snowgrave. So you see Noelle right here. She's gonna join our party, and she has a move called Ice Shock. It's the most powerful move in the game, by a long shot, and it does this. It freezes enemies. And you know what we're gonna be doing, right? Oh. Oh, chat. You know what we're gonna be doing, right? Oh. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, it's a Vero. I just attacked. It's fine. Hey, at least they get to attack. You know. Also, this is the hardest attack to dodge in the game. Oh, hey, it's frozen. All right, so you get the theme. We're gonna be freezing every enemy in Cyber City. Every enemy. Yeah, there, jeez. My menuing. And then this is pop-up. We got the easy attack. So yeah.
Do they ever unfreeze, or do we just leave them like that for all of eternity?
We leave them like that for all of eternity.
Wow, are we the bad guys?
Perhaps. I keep thinking I'm doing a different attack. 1 second. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, 189 damage with Ice Shock. That is stronger than Red Buster by a significant amount. And as you can see, now a bunch of enemies are spawning. And we can just freeze them. So yeah, that's a fun little thing there. So I'm just gonna do a safety heal here. And now we're gonna do another puzzle. It's actually faster to do the puzzle than to, you know, force Noelle to do the puzzle. And then quickly, I'm going to be grabbing what is probably the most busted item in the game. This is the pink ribbon. Pink ribbon increases your graze range. So as you're gonna see, look at that graze range. If you remember the chapter 1 graze range, this range is way bigger. And so this is going to be very important. Not only because, you know, it's nice for speeding up attacks, but also grazing is going to be very, very pivotal on one of the upcoming fights. And I keep getting this Space Invaders attack. This is like one of the hardest regular enemy attacks to dodge in the run, so it's a little annoying. Yeah, for the wholesome Snowgrave. But yeah, the reason why Snowgrave is done for, well, this category was originally known as any percent, but then main route got absolutely annihilated in the glitch category. This used to be any percent because Snowgrave is roughly like 20 minutes faster than... Oh, I didn't graze enough. Shoot. That's like one of the worst attacks to graze, too. That's fine. I can just... I'll just double Ice Shock. It's fine. Okay, equip. Equip. Wow, no dodge here. Then we're an Ice Shock. And now... we're gonna talk to this guy. I want to say we're something else. And then he's like, hey, you want a commemorative ice ring? And then we're like, yeah, sure. And he's like, okay, it'll be one more than you already have. And then Noelle's like, oh, well, I guess we can't get it. And then Chris is like, well, we are like, no, get it. Get it. And then she gets it. And now we have the freeze ring. And oh, look at that music. Isn't that great? Okay, we got a meow attack. Meow attacks are really good because they're really good for grazing. Yeah, we just bought it. I keep getting these yarn balls. Yarn balls are one of the worst attacks to get just because they're a little hard to graze. And they don't give you as much TP. So now that we have the freeze ring, you also noticed that now we one-shot every enemy. Every enemy we one-shot. Boom. Boom. So now here is the last fight that we can accidentally abort Snowgrave on. So there's an attack you can get that you have for like pacifying that's like similar to Ralze's Pacify, and it's called Sleep Mist. Sleep Mist, if you use it on a Werewire, it instantly pacifies it. And if you pacify a single enemy, if you do not Ice Shock every enemy, then it ends the Snowgrave route. So we have to be very, very careful. But at this point, I can't accidentally abort now, so that's good.
While we're cleaning up the rest of these enemies, do we have some time for a few donations?
Oh yeah, go ahead. We have a lot of enemies to clear out here.
Awesome. We have $40 from Anonymous, who says, "For Luigi!" We're getting closer to that Luigi incentive, everyone. Keep things coming in. We also have a donation from Spamton G. Spamton? Thought he was supposed to be in the game. What's he doing over here?
What?
$19.97. It says, "Hey, Every, it's time to bad time. The donation total. Again, Chris, just show me your beautiful red heart-shaped donation total, and we will ascend into heaven." Thank you for that one. We also have $20 from Dave the Emerald, who says, "I just want to say a big thank you to everyone from Amber, Argic, and everyone behind the scenes, including the runners, and to, of course, the chat for making this an unforgettable experience for me. It has been a pleasure being involved as a volunteer, so without this sounding more cheesy, thank you." And yes, chat, everyone who's donating, thank you so much for helping us. This is an amazing cause. I hope you've enjoyed this event. We've done our best to make it fantastic. We are really close to hitting what is our next milestone for this event. Would love for that to happen, but if you've already supported, and if you're here supporting just by watching, thank you so much for your help. It really does mean so much to all of us who are working to put this on behind the scenes. Thank you.
Indeed. And then, yeah, we have more time. We just have a couple more well, 3 more encounters, so we'll just keep going.
All right, then I would like to say a massive shout out and thank you to one of those people, Argic, who has offered us his channel this weekend to host the Only Marathon. He streams every day apart from Thursday and Friday. Feel free to follow this channel if you like Sonic speedrunning, or join for casual gameplay every Tuesday. And I'd like to remind everyone this marathon is being presented by the team at Fast Paced Events. Founded in January 2022, their mission is to promote mental health and LGBTQ+ awareness through speedrunning, and to raise money for mental health and LGBTQ+ charities by beating games at a fast pace. You can find more information about the team by checking out their Twitter account over at twitter.com/fastpacedevents. That is twitter.com/fastpacedevents.
Alright, we're just finishing up with our last encounter here. So you're probably wondering, why are we clearing out all of these enemies? Well, there's a little dumpster in the corner where the dog room is typically. And that has a little dumpster. And it contains our good friend Spamton G. Spamton, and he's selling a one-of-a-kind ring, known as the Thorn Ring. But he wants you to clear out a certain amount of enemies before you can purchase it. And it costs, I kid you not, $1,997. Which shouldn't matter, ultimately. But in the glitched run, it actually does. So we have to farm money in that route.
You're telling me he gets
another reason.
$1,000 and he only gave us like 10 of those? He gave us 1%? Come on, Spam 10, get with it. This is for charity, bro.
We just gave it to him, so...
Okay, okay, that's fair then, that's fair.
He's got some extra. Alright, so now... it's time to face our good friend Birdly. You know, just a normal Birdly 2 fight. Very fun. So there he is, and he's like, yo, what's going on? And Noelle's like, oh, I thought you were an enemy. And Birdly's like, proceed? What do you mean proceed? And then we defend. And now we gotta reach 100 TP. Or maximum TP. So we can use a move known as Snowgrave. That's fine. And Noelle doesn't want to use it, so we're gonna spam it, and then she uses Snowgrave. And I only got one thing to say to Birdly. Hey, buddy. You should have teched, man. You should have teched. Like, come on, you know? This wouldn't have happened if you teched the attack, but you didn't. And now you're frozen in your own shine. Come on. Well, now that fight out of the way, bye, Birdly. I got him, GG's.
That attack went from 0 to 100 so fast.
Yep.
I feel so bad for him.
So, fun thing about Snowgrave, if you do an exploit where you abort Snowgrave right afterwards and then go back to the mouse room with the cheese, you can encounter a mouse and then use Snowgrave and they turn into red dust and fade away. If you use Snowgrave on them.
That attack is so harsh. Wow.
It is the strongest attack in the game. So, fun thing here, I'm gonna open the menu, and that's going to half mouse wheel's attack speed, movement speed, and that makes it so we can skip it. Now time for Pippis Skip. Yeah, that's what these things are called. Dang it. Okay, that's fine. This kind of sucks because it's like pixel precise, but also sub-pixel precise. And so sometimes you'll just get a bad sub-pixel and then encounter the Pippis here. So as you can see, look at Spamton's face. Yeah, so because we took down all of the Queen's sort of, like, ranks and all that jazz, Spamton was just easily able to get into the castle and take over. And now he's in the basement, becoming God. But for some reason, the Taskmaster's here. So we're just gonna... If I can roar, there we go. The Taskmaster's here, so we're just gonna do a little thing here where if we roar, we can pacify all enemies, and we can pacify the task manager, which then pacifies all of the other tasks, and that just makes the fight a 2-turn as opposed to a 3-turn. Or multiple turns pacifying all enemies. So now, oh yeah, fun thing about the Pippis. So, if you do encounter the Pippis, there is a 1 in 100 chance that you encounter Miss Pippis. So, you get trolled. So if you see Miss Pippis in a run, that's because you got trolled by sub-pixels, or you messed up by moving 1 pixel too far over. And then you get a 1 in 100. So yeah, we have some time for any donations or announcements.
Perfect. I want to talk about the Trevor Project one more time. This is such a fantastic cause, and this is what every single dollar and every single cent, because I know we've had fun with the cent number this marathon as well, every single dollar and every single cent raised that you see in that total there is going towards the Trevor Project. They are the world's largest suicide prevention and crisis intervention organization for LGBTQ young people. The organization works to save young lives by providing support through free and confidential suicide prevention and crisis intervention programs on platforms where young people spend their time, a 24/7 phone lifeline, chat, text, and soon-to-come integrations with social media platforms. And our goal is to raise $12,000 for the Trevor Project before the end of this weekend. We are currently at $11,344.78, so we are less than $700 away. We can definitely make this happen, but we need your support to get us there. So please consider donating. The link should be in the chat shortly.
Alrighty, so normally we'd fight this giant mech version of Queen, but then Rouser's like, but do you want to cause the roaring? And she's like, oh, the roaring? No. And then we don't have to fight her. So cool, that's it. That's the run, right? Easy as that. We can just go home, and finish the run. Very simple. Except, why is there a save point here? Well, remember how I said Spamton took over the castle? Well, he went to the basement, and now he is Spamton Neo. This is the hardest fight in Deltarune. You can only get hit 3 times, and you have to play very, very well. So I'm gonna have to be quiet for this whole fight. And this is where I'm using my box. I'm gonna grind to 38 TP here. And then time for the best exploit in the game, big shot spam. If you hold down the Z or enter button and then mash the other one, you can spam big shots, but it makes Spamton angry, and he'll do more damage and give you harder attacks. Okay. It's okay. Don't get hit, don't get hit. And that's the fight. Whew.
Oh my goodness, GG, that was intense.
Okay, I got hit at the last attack, and that's fine. Alright, so yeah, that's the fight. Now I'm gonna try to graze on these Pippis attacks, just to end them a little quicker. And I didn't need to use the F1 heal either. So you can actually get a you can actually get a heal, and you can use that to add, to give you some extra HP during the fight. Spamton normally tells you that in his first fight, which we never fight, that you can use F1 to heal. And so that can give you a buffer. So that's how you can take 3 hits. But there, we were able to only need to take 1 hit, and that was good. So, there it is. And now, we did it. The bulk of the run is done, and now, we're just gonna go home. And have a little sleepover with Susie. Except, oh, Birdly, you doing okay, pal? Oh, he's just not getting up. Let's check on him. Let's check on him. Oh wait, I need to actually, like, mash through this text first. Alright. How's he doing? Hi, Birdly. How you doing? He doesn't seem to be awake. Well, that's fun. All right.
Did we seriously
Cool.
just leave him there and hope he's okay? Dude, this poor guy. I'm sorry, Bird.
All right. It's Sans. Oh my goodness. Sans from the hit game Undertale. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. You know, I got a phone call from him the other day when I was running Undertale, and now I get to see him in Deltarune. Oh my goodness, it's just so... Oh my goodness.
I know we're speedrunning, but could you go back and ask him for an autograph? I've wanted to meet him for forever.
We can't anymore. We're stuck in the house now.
Aww,
Alright, so fun thing here, where we're gonna use this choicer, and I'm gonna mash. Yeah, so you can just kind of slide there with Chris if you mash for some reason. And you can mash any key. I just decided to only use ZX, enter, and shift. And then, yeah. So, it's cutscene time for the next few minutes. Read off whatever you got.
Awesome. I just want to remind everyone, we do not have a lot of runs left in the marathon, sadly, but we are trying to bring Luigi to the party. So we have the rest of this run, we have a run of Pokemon Shining Pearl coming up after this, and then Paper Mario starts. So we definitely want to do everything we can to get Luigi his invitation. He gets left out all the time. If you've ever been a sibling, you know what that feels like. It's not fun. So we want to help Luigi. We want to make his day better by making sure he is invited to the party. If we don't reach 12K, Luigi doesn't get to party. And how sad is that? So please consider donating. It is for a absolutely fantastic cause.
Indeed, indeed. And what's our total again?
Our current total is $11,344.78. So we are less than 700 away. I would do more math and tell you exactly how much it is, but I don't trust my brain to do that right now. So less than 700, chat. You've got this.
Yeah, we got this. Y'all got this. All right, so now Chris has, you know, done their thing outside, and they grabbed the soul, and now we're back in control, and now we're just gonna go. And, you know, Susie and Toriel have been making a pie. So that's fun. Fun little wholesome thing to do. You know, Susie went from, like, kind of a bully character to, like, kind of a nice person. You know? Just needed someone to be friends with. You know, sometimes people just need good friends to really make a good change in their lives and bring out the best in them, you know? Anyways, now we're just watching TV and going through some choicers real quick. And time will be on Toriel's last text box, which will be in just a little bit. So yeah, left is gonna be the fastest choicer. And now we're done with the choicers. And now we're here about what Chris did outside. Toriel's calling Undyne, and she's like, hey, so my tires were slashed. And Chris has a tendency to carry knives on them. Well, anyways, time is coming up right now. And time. There you go. There it is. That is Deltarune.
GG, congratulations! Woo!
Yeah, what time did I get there? Let's see, but where's the thing? Oh.
On stream, we're showing 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 19 seconds.
Not bad, not bad. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I guess for some shoutouts, you know, the chat, everyone, you know, here watching and donating for this amazing cause. You know, the Trevor Project is such an important organization for me. I've had many friends who have used their resources, and I've, pointed people their way, for the past few years now, and it's really important to me that we, donate to this cause, because it's just so important that people have the opportunity to be who they are, no matter what. And, for me, recently I was out more publicly starting this year, and, I wouldn't have been able to do that with all the friends that I met along the way. And, some people don't have those people in their lives, so it's just really important. And for a lot of people, one of those people that made them better was Kid. And I didn't know Kid very well, but, from the time that I'd worked with them in the Only Marathon, and, and seeing them in different chats and stuff, they seemed like an amazing person. And, my condolences to everyone. And, I hope that, wherever Kid is now, I hope they're doing great and that they're happier. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of the runs for the rest of the marathon. Have a good one.
Well, thank you so much, Astros, for such an absolutely fantastic run and for those incredibly heartfelt and special words. We're headed to an intermission, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon with more speedrunning action. Stick around.